Hi, Derek from Good Times Marine. I'm out in the Formosa 525 side console. Now, don't be fooled. Just because it's beautiful, flat, calm, this is not an estuary only boat. This hull is the exact same hull as you'd get if you're going to get it in the center console, and it is built to the same standards. So we've got 5083 plate grade bottom sheet and side sheet. We've got the very aggressive ribbing structure. Now, Formosa run that rectangle box section, which is welded into the floor of the boat, and then they've got an aggressive ribbing structure that comes off that. Have a look at our structure video we shot recently, which will give you a good rundown on what's happening under the floor here. So this boat doesn't sacrifice anything at all when it comes to strength. That's why if you're into a boat that's going to take you offshore and do the estuary stuff, this could well be on your shopping list. Let's have a closer look at what the 525's got to offer. One of the cool things about a side console and why you would consider it is just by how much floor space you get access to. Straight down the middle here, it's massive. Now, this particular boat's been optioned up with the active transom full width, so the whole back of the transom folds forward. You do that by bringing the driver's seat forward because the driver's seat's on a slide. If you were to get rid of this seat and just leave it at home because it's all about floor space, I'd argue whether there was any boat in the market that provides so much floor space as what the 525 Formosa does in the side console configuration. The dash is really well set up. You've got a little storage area, which we've got keys and wallets and stuff sitting in as well. Another cup holder, which if you didn't bring a beverage with you, holds the motor guide remote nicely as well. There's a big shelf under here. And overall, you've got plenty of display. Now, obviously, we're moving more and more at our dealership towards running everything through a sounder screen. We're not running any engine gauges or specific gauges as such. So this area here is set up beautifully to be able to run 2 9s without any problem at all. And that gives you more screen time than you're ever going to possibly need in a boat like this. So if we go for a walk through this whole boat here, we've got a really aggressive bow roller, perfectly suited for an anchor winch if you wanted to go down that road. Really big, deep well. Anchor well here once again. It's going to hold probably about 500 meters of rope, it's that deep, and the anchor winch will be no problems in getting fitted. Bow mount plate, which is standard, and this boat's fitted up with the motor guide. Now it's running a 60-inch shaft. We get lots of people asking what sort of shaft length they need in a boat of this size. The 60-inch is sufficient in the 525. We've got a big, fully sealed and drained storage area under the front casting deck here. Moving just after that, we've got a battery storage area. If you don't have dual batteries with an electric motor here, you could use that for general storage if you wanted to. Side pockets run the full length of the boat, and coming to the back here, obviously we have the seat slide, which gets the driver's seat out of the way. We've got a big kill tank under the floor. Now there's 2 ways you can have your kill tank. You can have it this system, which is a removable system to take it out and clean it, or you can have it hard welded in and plumbed, so any muck just drains straight out the transom. This transom, speaking of transoms, is genius. Active transom. Absolutely amazing. Now, from a family point of view, swimming off this is gold. The kids just have ample access in and out of the back of the boat. But from a fishing point of view, does it get any better than this? Having all this room to move and plenty of height. So you can have a couple of guys up here, you can fish 2 guys off the back comfortably as well. And then the piece de resistance is this bait tank and bait cutting board setup. So live bait tank is plumbed in. Now this is removable. If you didn't want to have this here, then obviously you've got a huge big area at the back here. But the clever design behind this with Formosa is you've got your live bait tank plumbed in, still allowing you all this full access. Now this boat will hold 135 horsepower, which it does that easily. It's huge amounts of power for this boat. You really could be more than sufficiently ample with 100, 115. But if you like top end speed, the 3-litre block in the Mercury 135 will give you plenty of up and go. Holds 115 litres of fuel as well, which is a lot of fuel for people that are doing mostly estuary or river or close inshore work. So this boat also has the quad 4 ballast. Now quad 4 ballast is available to give that extra stability at rest, and it's not going to make too much difference because I'm not heavy enough to make a boat of this beam roll over, but the quad 4 ballast is set up in a way that there's breathers at the front, so if I put the throttle down, all the water in all 4 tubes is drained straight out the back, having no impact on the acceleration, but at rest they fill up and give you incredible stability at rest, which it's doing right here, right now. This boat has a beam of 2.4 meters, which makes it arguably one of the widest boats in its class, and it's one of the reasons why this boat is just full of space and opportunity. So if you're on the hunt for a really versatile, great all-round boat, the 525 side console from Formosa really must be something for you to consider.